Just to show you all that I am not alone in my disgust for Larry Hogan. This is his comment section on X, formerly known as Twitter, and people are saying, endorse Trump. Larry Hogan, where is the clip of your friend and chief of staff? That's actually not accurate. But Roy McGrath. Oh, you know what? Actually, that is. He was going to be the chief of staff. And then it didn't happen because of the scandal. Where is the video clip of Roy McGrath getting shot by the FBI because of your lies and greed? That's true. Larry Hogan made an agreement, according to Roy McGrath in his book. He made an agreement with Larry Hogan. And Larry Hogan's like, oh no, I didn't do that. And then guess what? Roy McGrath got in trouble. Roy McGrath had recordings, secret recordings of Larry Hogan, the real Larry Hogan. And then somehow the FBI ends up killing this guy. That's strange. So anyway, this person named Save America says, you're a depraved criminal and will face your judgment. Hashtag lying Larry, hashtag corruption. And then he says, you are a Democrat touting yourself as a Republican. You're not independent or strong. Angela also Brooks, her campaign smartly puts an ad in the middle of Larry Hogan's comment section. And then we're going to keep scrolling down. Vote Angela also Brooks says, Sunita Misra, do not trust Larry Hogan. Mitch McConnell put him up to running for the Senate to flip the Senate. Don't trust any Republican. Tom Love says, actually, is this another ad? Oh, here we go. So the Maryland Democratic Party yesterday released this video. So let's see what this video has to say.
When did you notice something was wrong with your paycheck?
I'm a born and raised Marylander.
All right, so hold on. I got to go back. That sign was not on camera enough. Whoever edited this needs to be reprimanded. Larry Hogan stole $3,327.38 from me, according to this gentleman right here.
Born and raised Marylander, and Larry Hogan stole $3,327.38 from me.
It's called wage theft, and last night we did put a spotlight on the problem in our special series of...
Okay, because he repeated himself, I will say that the video editor did okay. I take back my past comment about that, because I wasn't aware that was going to be the next part of the video.
It's called wage theft, and last night we did put a spotlight on the problem in our special series Ode.
Former Governor Larry Hogan orchestrated a scheme to steal almost $23 million.
Whoa!
And Larry Hogan stole $4,792.43 from me.
Okay, you're asking people to work overtime in a very stressful situation.
Oh my.
And you're not going to turn around and you're not going to pay them for that time.
Oh
That's
my.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable in the richest state in the nation.
Agreed. Wow, that's going in my book. I'm glad I'm going through these. It's been a while since I've been on social media besides YouTube. Wow. This guy says, are you still voting for Trump? That kind of decision making makes you unfit if you are. And he says, and Bob says, Larry is right. That's why you have to vote blue. No more maggots. And then, let's see, John Thune, I'll have to put that name in the search box. John Thune has you in his pocket. And then Judy says, you are a wolf in sheep's clothing, Governor Larry Hogan. You were recruited by Mitch McConnell to try to give GOP the Senate majority and will vote party line. You vetoed many reasonable Democrat bills such as, or I should say, as governor, and are not moderate. That's why I'm supporting also Brooks. Sorry, Governor. Top priority is to keep Republicans from having majority in the Senate. Besides, if there wasn't a Democratic majority in Maryland legislature to keep you in check, you wouldn't be able to claim to be so moderate. That's true. That is actually true. We do, which is why you're not it. you're not independent and are instead totally dependent on Republicans, McConnell, and Trump. Angela Also Brooks has another ad in the comment section. I love it, man. I love it. Can you imagine if I would have had the ability when I was running for county executive, if I would have had the ability to run ads in Johnny O's messages? That would have been great. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money like Angela Also Brooks. But I'm not going to fault her for that, or Larry Hogan. Hey, it is what it is. People are going to donate to well-known names. You know, she climbed her way up the ladder. I was trying to skip a bunch of rungs. But, you know, the bottom line is this. They wouldn't allow me in government positions anymore because they know that I would be just tackling issues after issues and making them look bad and exposing them. And I wouldn't keep my mouth shut about it either. And that's the last thing they would want in a government employee. So, yeah, it's like you can only change things at the top. You know, you can only complain so much until you're like, you know what, I'm going to throw my hat into the race. Anyway, here we go. Ooh. How about leaders who don't make decisions with their own financial interests in mind? And this was I believe this came out in early 2020, if I remember this article correctly. Oh, look at this. Maryland deserves better than Larry Hogan. He vetoed a $15 minimum wage. He vetoed expanding access. Sorry, I can't say that word here on this platform. Vetoed universal background checks for long guns. Actually, why is that an issue? Refused to sign bill banning sale of ghost guns. See, you know, the funny thing about ghost guns, many, many years ago, when I was talking about the Second Amendment with a politician, they said, you know what, if you don't, they're like, we are not restricting your Second Amendment rights. We are just restricting sales. So if you want to go and build your own gun, you go right ahead. Well, guess what? When it became easier to build a gun, then it was an issue. Anyway, going back to Larry Hogan. Administration responsible for purple line delay and cost overruns. That is true. And even though it's a project I personally disagree with, wait, are we talking about the purple line or the red line? Maybe, you know what, I think it's the red line is the one that I was disagreeing with. I'm sorry, it's been such a long time since I've been looking at these different transportation issues, so purple line may actually be okay. That may be the one that was in PG County. Anyway, vetoed Family and Medical Leave Act. That sounds like Larry Hogan to me. Oh yeah, hey man, if it doesn't affect Larry, he doesn't get it, you know? So this is a good little post right here. Thank you, Mike Carter Conine. And then Patty says Rhino, so there's a Republican voter who is not going to be voting for him. Hunter Voss says, never again lock down Larry. Why wouldn't you answer me when I asked if you would vote for Trump? You give the politician answer. I support some of his policies, oppose others, blah, blah, blah. Yes or no, Larry? Are you... See, that's not a fair question, though. It's not a politician answer. It's true. You can't just say, am I going to support Trump? Well, what if Trump decides to get into another war or something like that? Well, obviously, somebody might not want to support that. So yeah, you know what? I've given that answer when I was running for office. It's not the politician answer. It's the logical answer. So Hunter, I'm glad you called him lockdown Larry, but I disagree with that other stuff. Jennifer Lynn says, Mitch McConnell and Trump endorsed Governor Larry Hogan, whose Twitter name should have changed by now. That's true. Why the endorsement? Project 2025. They are counting on Hogan's popularity to push their extreme agenda through. We won't go back. I'm voting for Also Brooks for Maryland for Senate. And then, oh, look at this. Oh, that's even more ammunition against Larry Hogan. Now, see, I don't know enough about this. And here's the thing. Guilty by association a lot of times is ridiculous, especially if something's not convicted of a crime. I see no issue with that because, look, anybody out there could be falsely accused of something. I was falsely accused by Facebook. That's why I'm not using Facebook right now. They need to get down and apologize to me for accusing me of a heinous crime and they haven't done so. So you know what? I can't say it's bad. Why is this is an old clip from the WWF. Let's see. That's exactly what I did as governor, and that's exactly what I'll be doing in the Senate. But the Senate is a lot more perilous than being governor of a small state, brother. You could walk into a trap in the Senate with that naive attitude. I wish you well. Well, this is one pot. This sounds like a Russian name. That's kind of funny, actually. Sorry, no. You will be voting with Republicans and are trying to help get a GOP majority in the Senate. And then somebody linked to also Brooks's donation link. Somebody asked, how will you vote for, again, I can't say that word here. Again, another also Brooks ad. That is hilarious that this ad keeps popping up in his comment section. If you're so anti-Trump, you should vote for Kamala Harris instead of your usual write-in of Ronald Reagan. Well, Ronald Reagan is who I might be voting for U.S. Senate this time around. Although, actually, that would probably be a waste of a vote. So, also Brooks is more than likely who I'm going to put in there. But I'm certainly not voting for Larry Hogan, that's for sure. And then, okay. Somebody's volunteering to help Larry Hogan as a Spanish speaker. And let's see. Well, actually, he did say something about January 6th, though. Yeah. Oh, here we go. It all started with a lie, somebody said. And then they link to Ooh, I'm going to have to check this one out. GOP Senate candidate's error-laden memoir, that's his book, villainized Baltimore and Freddie Gray. Well, oh, the Rolling Stone. They're about as far right as you can get. You won't be independent. You'll vote with the Republicans. Don't try to deceive us, Gail said. And then Eric posted, Donald Trump endorsed Larry Hogan, which is true. And then let's see. So somebody's saying they will be voting for Larry Hogan and hold their nose while doing so. And then let's see. Jack said that he cannot vote for someone who is a potential swing vote. Nope, you destroyed the individual health insurance market in Maryland and gave insurance companies the right to triple or quadruple premiums. Well, interesting, I didn't know that. I'll have to put that one in the book too. Or at least look into it. Again, another Angela also Brooks ad. Wow, she has a lot of money to spend, doesn't she? That's pretty smart to be spending it on ads. Thank you, Nikon, but I don't need your message right now. And also, I don't need Steam message. All right, here we go. Somebody said, I'm going to vote. Bob said, go away. Here's another possible vote. Actually, this is a positive message from Jacqueline. She said, most likely the only Republican I would ever vote for. Good luck, Governor Hogan. And then Don said, vote for Larry Hogan. And yeah, Mitch says, if you win, which I hope you don't, you would just be one of 100 senators. Yvonne says, you won't be independent in the Senate. You will toe the MAGA agenda just like the rest of the GOP. Why do you think that Mitt Romney is retiring? Project 2025 is scary. And then, here we go. Hashtag lying Larry. STFU. We don't want another Frump enabler. Voting for a long-dead Republican president proves you're not the same or not sane. That's true, actually. The problem is all of the extremes are currently in the GOP, and they're supporting a lifelong con man, rapist, convicted felon for the highest office in the nation. And somebody posted this image with Trump Vance next to Larry Hogan's banner. You are not an independent. Hey, I'm surprised Larry Hogan hasn't shut down his comment section. Although you do have to click an extra button to see all the comments, so maybe that's kind of what he paid for. I don't know. And that's pretty much it. I'll link to this. I'll link to this below. I'm not going to keep reading these. It's already been 15 minutes, and I'm getting bored. So anyway, thank you all for watching. More Freedom from Maryland and the book about Larry Hogan coming soon.